Hello everyone. Bernie here from Stampin Up. Welcome to my craft room this evening. We've got Rich here joining me this evening. He's literally just arrived from his work day. It is Tuesday. Hi, Mom. It is Tuesday, 13th of August here in New Zealand, 7 p.m. If you're watching on the replay, a very warm, sorry, I've just got a hair bothering me right in my glasses. A very, very warm welcome to you if you're watching this on the replay. And if you're lurking and this is the first time you found me, or maybe you found me before and you're still lurking, do say hi. And I'd love to see who you are and where you come from. So we've got a lot to do tonight. So I'm going to get started, switch over to my craft desk because we've got a big project. It's a fun project. I promised you last week that I'd be using some brand new product that I have received. So I'm going to be showcasing that tonight along with some existing product because I love to merge product together to show you that you don't necessarily have to stick with what it is that you get. You can mix things up. So let me move on to my desk, and I just have a little bit of a infomercial I want to do with you first. The registrations opened today for our Crafting Across Borders Christmas crafting experience. So it is a paid event which will be hosted on Zoom. The early bird special is $47 New Zealand, and that will go until the 31st of August. So that's just, what's that, 17 days. And then it switches to $57 from the 1st of September until when we go live on the 14th of September. It's a 3-hour event. It will be hosted on Zoom. If you've done a Crafting Across Border event with us in the past, it was on Facebook, but this one is going to be on Zoom. We've listened to the feedback on our previous 3 events, and we have taken that on board, and we're going to be doing this on Zoom. But because it's on Zoom, there's a restriction in terms of how many viewers we can have online, and that is 100. So there are 6 of us that are in the Crafting Across Borders team, which means we on average have 16 available spots per demonstrator. So I've already had some of my places taken today, reserved, paid for. So if you are interested in spending 3 hours interacting with us, all 6 of us, there'll be a Q&A. There's going to be some mystery stamping. There's going to be some fun sketches. There's going to be pre-recorded things that you can go back to. It's going to be heaps of fun. There's going to be live bingo, just so much fun. So yeah, that is available now. And I am popping that registration link in the chat for you right this moment. Okay, so there we go.
What time is that, Bernie?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I always think I've got all my ducks in a row with these things. It starts at 11 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time. And it ends at, there's just an error posted here. I don't know what that is for. It's a Facebook one. So we'll see how we go with that. Yeah, just close it, love. I don't know how to fix that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to this.
What time?
Sorry, I got distracted with the comment from StreamYard. 11 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time, and it ends at 2 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time. All right. So let's have a look what we're going to be making this evening. So this is a fun fold card that a friend of mine, newly acquainted friend of mine, showed me her cards last week when I dropped off some linen thread. And she sent me through the measurements of it. And I made my prototype. I'll show you that at the end. But it was too big to fit into our envelopes, our Stampin' Up envelopes. So I've resized it, and this is what I made. So I'm using the Latte Love suite or bundle, but in the background, this is sort of representing those coasters, you know, those foam lids that you see on the takeout coffees. that was sort of my representation of that. And that is the spotlight on nature dies that I'll be using. But here comes the fun part. Look at this. Isn't this so cute? So it's got these concertinas. And then I made these, and we're going to be doing this all together. Made these little pouches, so you can pop your little happy birthday note on that. And this is also using a brand new product. It's called Keeping Tabs. And then this one says, this one's on me. So you can actually stick your coffee voucher on that, or yeah, whatever. And again, in the background, if you can see it, there's some vellum. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but there's some vellum that I've die cut, again using the smaller version of that, again representing my my take on a coffee lid. Okay, lots of work to do. So let's set that one to the side and let's get started then. So if you follow me on my, thanks Mum, if you follow me on my blog, which is stampinit.com, I post the measurements for all the cards that I do on my lives the following week. And I put all the measurements in there. So I used a early espresso base, and it's just a standard half sheet of early espresso, but usually I have my orientation that opens like a book. This one I've had to open, I've created so that you've got the length on that side. Then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper, and I cut mine to 3 3/4 by 10 inches, and we need to score these to create those little concertinas. Excuse me, I'm still got my cough, which decided to come back this week. Okay, so place your designer series paper in your paper scorer, and we're going to go from 3 inches. Going to score at 3 inches, and at every inch, so 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so that's what's going to make our little concertina. And you really do need to score this. Let's just check that which way it's going in. So you do really need to score this really well. So we're going in, creating a mountain. I don't have a particular way of scoring. I just sort of fold, and I just want to make sure that these are nice and even. Took me a little bit of maths to work out the best way to do this after I realized that they were not going to work with getting into the envelope, but hey, it worked out. So let me put this in the camera. So what you're aiming for is, if you look at it, it looks like a W, and you want the pointy part of that W to match up with the score line of where your card folds. So and then you also want equidistance on the side, so that when it folds over like this, it's all going to be tidied up nice and tidy. So what I did was I put some glue. Let me just get some in. I put some glue on my first part over here. Okay. I sort of eyeballed that, and I pulled it out ever so slightly. Right, there's really no real science to how I did this. And then I put my glue over this part. Figured that was the easiest way to do it. And hopefully I've got it right. So now I'm just going to holding that down flat, bring those two edges together. And if I've done it correctly, voila. Okay, so there we've got the fun fold part that has been put in, and it is reasonably equidistant, top and bottom as well. So let's start working on the front panel then. So the front panel, I made it matchy just because I thought it looked nicer, and that one is 5.5 by 3 7/8. And we're just going to glue this on. Is pretty straightforward with this one. Beautiful paper. I love this paper. It's the Latte Love paper. And then I took a blue, which is also part of the same suite, and that is 2 inches by 3 7/8. And we're just going to, I'm not going to put this, you can see I haven't glued that edge. I'm just going to put that down ever so lightly because we need to stick our ribbon in there and we need to die cut. So with the die cutting, I'm just going to bring that all out. We've got quite a bit of things we're going to die cut. So we're going to die cut a large circle from the Spotlight dies, and let me just bring those out if you haven't noticed them in the catalogue yet. They look like this. I think they're absolutely stunning. So we're going to die cut the largest one of those. We are also going to die cut 2 of the little ones in the same pattern out of vellum. So there's quite a bit of die cutting that we're going to do now. I'm going to be cutting out 2 of the coffee mugs out of the Latte Love. So we're going to use these coffee mugs. They're going to go over there. And then this plunger, I'm going to be using some retired gold foil. As you can see, there's my other one. And then the inside of the coffee actually comes from the back of this paper. And there's like a, oh, it's awfully dark. Why has it gone so dark? Oh, it's gone so dark. Just can you just see why has it gone so dark? I don't know, it's just so weird.
That colour.
There we go. Gosh, it was sucking up all the light.
Yeah.
How bizarre. It just took all the light.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be, I'm going to use this die to cut, oops, Richard's saying cut in the camera, Bernie. I'm going to use this die. Right, so what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be die cutting, and I'm going to be die cutting. But the white that I'm going to be die cutting, let me just move that naughty gold out the way. The white that I'm going to be die cutting, I just want to share a little tip with you that I do. I actually have brand new, or not, they're not brand new, but I have plates that I only use for die cutting my white cardstock so that I don't leave weird marks on the white cardstock. They tend to do that. Alrighty, where is my plate gone now? All right, in front of me. Okay, so let me just get all the die cutting done off camera because it's makes my camera go wonky. And then we can, I could have done this you know, ahead of time, but hey, I thought I'd do it here with you guys. So, okay, so let's do the coffee plunger. Righto, what's the next one that we need to do? The coffee cups. And then once we've got all of this, then we can do some stamping. And then we pretty much just need to put it all together. Okay. So, those all ready. What was the traffic like coming over today, Rich?
Very light traffic.
Light traffic. I was having to wait at that, you know, where they're doing the roadworks, and there was a stop and go. Sat there for quite a bit of time actually on the you know, the new road that they're building.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
Mum says it sounds like you are making coffee.
Yeah, I know. I always, I'm an awe as to whether I should do this stuff beforehand. Some demonstrators do, some demonstrators do it all together. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I sort of think if I'm going to make the card, then you need to see me doing it from row to go. Whoops, I've lost that. Oh, hold on. Sorry if that sounds terrible. It's because I'm having to bend down and pick it up off the floor. Okay, now what else do I need to do? I've got my coasters, I've got that, I've got the coffee there, I've got my 2 cups. Right, what I do, I've got my big one. So what I have to do now is I need to show you, I want to show you what I've done here. Oh, yep, I need to do some stamping there. What I want to show you here is how I've actually reversed this stamp. So what I mean by that is the stamp. The stamp is facing with its ear. It's facing that way. But I am going to do a reverse technique. And let me just get that out of the way so that I can show you how you do this. And you're using a silicone mat and some black ink, black memento ink. And you're just going to ink your stamp up really well. I'm just going to put this in the middle of my silicone mat. All right, so hopefully you can see that. Can you? There you go. You can see that on the mat, right? Now I'm taking my basic white cardstock and I'm placing it over the top, and I'm just rubbing that really hard with my finger. And there I have the reverse of the stamp. Okay.
It's clever.
Isn't that clever? And then to die cut it, because now obviously the die has been created to die cut the original stamp with the ear, all you're going to do is you're just going to hold that image up to the light, and you're going to place the die on the opposite angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend it quickly using my Calypso Coral, and then I'm going to die cut it because I want to do all my die cutting all at once. All right, so I'm taking some light Calypso Coral, and the tip's seen better days, but I'm going to try and get as much of it out as I can without ruining too much of. That's why I want to color and then die cut it, so that if I go out the lines a little bit, then it won't matter too much. Okay, and I'm just coming down a little bit on that one. Coming down some more.
His mama was travelling from Hamilton today.
Just pull the colour up.
The back to front is very clever.
Yeah, it's a very cool image, very cool way to just get more use out of your stamps, especially when you're using mugs, cups, anything like that, that can actually be done in the reverse. All right, oh, that's not the light one. And now I'm just going to do the rim. We had our grandies staying the weekend with us for a sleepover, and our granddaughter was colouring in, but she's only, what, she's 5.5 now, hey Rich?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, she's 5.5. And she was try that again. She was colouring in all the lines. She was blending her colours all by herself. She actually had me in tears. It looked like an adult had done her blending.
Mm.
And then when I commented on it and told her how beautiful it was, she said maybe she should come and help me teach my ladies at my card class how to blend. It's like, yes. And she said, when I'm a little bit older. So, that was just amazing. All right, I'm just taking some crumb cake and I'm just going to stamp a little coffee. Oh, where's my mat? Where's my mat? Let's just bring that in here. My desk is too wonky. I'm just going to come in here with some crumb cake. Oh, that's a bit skew. And now I can die cut it. So I'm just going to take the die, as I've said. Because I've now got an outline, it's a lot easier for me to wing it. And I'm just going to put some of my washi tape there. Hi, Felicity. Yes, I actually had a late coffee this morning, so we'll see how perky that makes me. I might land up. So did you catch the reverse technique? It's a very easy. Oh, now I'm turning it the wrong way around. Right, so let's die cut that. Cool. Alrighty, she's a little skilled, so what I might just do is I'm just going to cut this off a little bit. I was not able to get as close. I'm going to blame it being that it wasn't daylight. Can I blame that? At least the other one was a little bit better. So I'm just going a little bit closer to my edge here. There we go. Cool. And I'll just take some of that inside off here.
Mum wants to know if your granddaughter has watched you at work.
Yes, she has, and she comes to my holiday clubs in the holidays, excepting she wasn't able to come this last time because she was so sick.
Yeah, but she has been to two.
But she has been before.
2 classes before.
Yeah, she's been before, but I think she's just naturally creative. So I think we're going to have lots of fun as she gets older. Okay, so I've got my coffee, I've got my cups. What else do I need here? Right, I need to stamp and die cut that one, and then we can do the tags, and then I promise you we are finished. So let's do the coffee here. So that's using that stamp. I'm using Calypso Coral. I can see there's some ink there. So I'm just going to put my rim of my coffee there. And then I'm coming in with my latte. Now you'll see this one over here. I might just bring this one up. I hadn't cured my stamp yet. And what I mean by cure is when I get a new photopolymer stamp, and it's brand new, I like to take an emery board and rub it across. You could also take an eraser. I'm just stamping this in crumb cake. And let me show you, now that I've stamped this, let me show you the difference. You see the difference in the inking? That's once it's been cured, and I forgot to do it, and then I inked it, and I thought, oh,
it's so
it's
clearer.
blotchy. Yeah. So if you get photopolymer stamps, then I do suggest curing it before you stamp, and you'll get a much, much clearer image with it. So I'm going to die cut that, and I'm going to die cut. So this is going to go on here, and this is going to go on there. All right, so I'm just going to go and do that quickly off camera. So we do have a lot of little bits here tonight. I'm surprised you're not hungry, Rich. Having just got home.
This is so important.
That's very kind of you, lovey. Okay. Okay, so there's that piece. And there's that piece, which I'm going to colour in. So let me do that quickly with you. Let's put that here. All right. Again, I'm just going to go lightly, nothing fancy, around the edge of my rim of my coffee cup. And I'll just go in with the dark, and just here and there. And then I'm going to glue, which direction did I have my coffee? That way. I'm going to glue on the latte art with my liquid glue on there. Okay. All right. So that's that piece. Now we're going to stamp these tags, cut them, and then I promise you we can assemble everything. So the tags, excuse me, let me show you. The tags are called Keeping Tab. And when I saw them in the catalogue, I immediately thought these are amazing. I had so many ideas flashing to mind. I had a scrapbooking page. I had cards. I had junk journals. There's just so many different things that came to my mind with them. And you've got an option with this one. You can get it as a bundle with a punch, which I chose to do, or you can get the die. And I just thought the punch was a lot easier. I don't know why. I don't usually go with punches, but I opted to do that. So there's some lovely sayings in here. For you, hello friend, my list, notes, menu, to do, thank you, happy holidays, happy birthday, congratulations, with sympathy, a little heart, some lines to write your own thing. And then you've got, so this is one tag, this is another, and then this is another tag. So for this one, I used the stripes, and then in the card sample I'll show you at the end, which was my prototype, I used this one, which is just so pretty, stamped that in crumb cake. But I thought because this one lends itself to being a little bit more masculine, and it's got the lines, I'm going to opt with the lines. I think that's what I did last time. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I did. So let's do let's do the lines again, or shall we do the dots?
Lines.
You want lines, okay? And I'm going to go with I'm just looking for my stamps. I'm going to go with Lost Lagoon. So we're doing lines again. So again, I've primed this one. I have primed it because I used it. Okay. So I'm just going to ink that there. All right, so that's coming out nicely. I need 2. So I'll just, while I'm here, might as well just do a second one. And then, shall we do the, excuse me, shall we do the same as what we did here? Happy birthday, and this one's on me, or should we do something different? What are we doing? What sentiment shall we put on? This one's on me. I think I'm going to stick with that. That's the Latte Love one. I've already made that one. So I'm going to put that one on. This one's on me. Okay, and what other one should we do on that tab? What do you think? For you? Should we go, or Hello Friend? Oh, I like Hello Friend. I'm deciding. We're going with Hello Friend.
Good choice.
Good choice. Now, I can show you how I prime this because I haven't used this one. So I'm going to stick it on here on my acrylic block. And I'm just taking my nail file and I'm just rubbing it across. I should have actually, I suppose you saw what happened with the other one. I'm just rubbing it across. And now I can ink it up. Hold on, I've got to come up and stand on this one, otherwise you're going to get my head in the... She's a little skew, but that's all right. Now I'm going to take my punch. Hello, Karen. Yes, did you go for Hello Friend, or are you greeting me?
Both.
Both, Rich says. So I'm aiming, see how nice this punch works with this? Because I'm just going to hold it in position. These little grooves fit in exactly in that center. So that's why I like the punch for this one. Just going to go in there and punch. All right, and we'll just do the same again. Okay. Karen, did those ink pads tidy up okay? I hope they did. All right, let me just move everything out the way so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Very good. All right. So now we've got our tags. I'm just going to put a bone folder over that. And I've got 2 little bits of basic white. And I'm just going to glue the edge of both of those sides. And I'm just going to pop that down. Just trying to see how far down did I go with this one. It's always good to use your own sample. And then this one again. So I think it's always helpful to have tags in your stash. And then I'm just going to blend them a little bit with I've got some Lost Lagoon on there from the last time. And I'm just coming around the edge. And I'm doing it on both sides. So that it takes away the sharpness of that white. And I just want to wipe this down quickly. Get that ink off here. Okay. Right. Let's start putting this card together. Okay. So we've got that bit here. I need to insert about half of that. So I am just going to score it old school. I'm not going to fuss too much about it. Just cut it with my paper snips so that I've got one to use on another card. And I'm going to tuck this underneath. So you're not going to see if you cut it a little bit skew, you're not really going to notice that. I'm also adding some of my gorgeous natural weave that goes with this sweet. So I'm just going to cut. Let's get my ribbon scissors. I'm going to cut about that much. I'm just going to do a fishtail on this end. I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided tape on it because I just like to do that with ribbons. I find it just helps keep them in place. Okay. So putting this underneath here, lifting it because I didn't glue it, remember, all the way down. Cool. Now my little teacups, oh, let's do this one first. I'm going to put my coffee plunger. I want that over there. So I'm just going to put that on a little bit of glue as well. Liquid glue here and there. This has probably got to be my favorite die set, this plunger one. I don't know what it is about it. It just, I think it's because it's so realistic. Let me just move my coffee. I'm aiming to have, I know it seems like a bit of a pedantic thing, but I actually am aiming to have that line in line with the edge of my papers so that the eye isn't moving around with too many angles, because there's a lot of angles happening. Now I'm just putting in the coffee part of the plunger. I have played and played trying to use acetate to put behind here, and I just haven't been successful. So if you know this sweet well, oh, did I just throw something away? No, I think it's all right. I'd love it if you could tell me how to do that. I would really appreciate that. But I haven't figured it out. I have tried. Okay, I'm going to put some mini dimensionals behind my coffee cups. One on each. Okay, we're going to go over the seam where those join. Again, I wanted to try and create, other way around, try and create this little interference of shapes as possible, because there's a lot going on here. All right, and I'll embellish it while I'm here, and we can move on to the next page. So I'm just using the embellishments, the adhesive that swirled dots that Rich can tell you looks like coffee.
It does.
They look like coffee dots.
Coffee beans.
Coffee
dots.
Coffee dots. They are so pretty. Okay, look at them. They're gorgeous. All right, so front page is done. Let's start building on our fun fold now. So what I've done is on the first one, let's just tuck that back in. The first one, we've got this little flap. So we're going to build that. The first thing we need to do is we need to glue on the little coffee cup onto my representation of my polystyrene lid. So that's, and I'll cut that out of vellum. And now we're going to create those little flaps. You're going to need 4 squares. And I'm using the designer series paper. And what I did on this one, it was really a bit of a hit and miss. So what I've done is I first glued that to down on that side, and then I've glued it down over here so that it can fit over. I hope that makes sense. So bear with me because was winging it, and I'm going to be winging it again. So the first one I did was over here. Am I in the camera? Okay, because I want this closed and I want that open over here. So I am going to glue the bottom, and I'm going to go about as far as there because I want this top bit. Am I in the camera? I want this top bit to be open so that my my little gift card can come in. So I'm just going to match them up together like that. Just got to get this in the camera. Okay. Now, if I've done my job properly, there should be a gap. Let's have a look, Rich. Is there a gap? Seems to be a gap. How cool is that? And hopefully my little coffee card fits in. Let's see. Does it fit in? It does. Woohoo! Look at that. And now I'm just going to put some glue, not on the vellum because you can see it, but over here under the coffee cup. All right.
That's gorgeous.
Hold it down like that. All right. And now let's repeat the process. So now we've got my coffee art, and that goes onto my little vellum back that I thought looked like a takeaway. We've got another 2 tags. So the first tag just gets some glue at the bottom. I'm just going to take that tag out for now while we're playing. So that one is going to come at the bottom. I'm aiming it to measure up there. Look, it's not going to be absolutely straight. And you know what? I actually honestly don't care because this is a homemade gift. I'm coming at the bottom here. I would recommend choosing paper that is forgiving. And I'm going up the sides, but I'm stopping short because that's where it's going to create that gap. And I'm coming, oh, I need a drink of water. Coming, gets a bit fiddly, matchy, and I'm sticking this down with, I'm just holding it like that with my finger, okay? I'm just going to take a sip of water. Thanks, lovey. Awesome, thank you. I was in a long meeting this morning, 2 long meetings back to back, and I feel like my throat is a bit hoarse. Okay, so that one maybe needs a little bit of more glue on the corner. And just play around. Oops, that's a bit too much. Just play around with your design and make sure that will be secure. Okay, and now I'm going, whoop, oh, sorry, lovey. Just put glue on his merino jersey. Okay, and that's coming in here on that square. All right, so that's hello friend is coming in. In there. And where's my poem folder? I noticed just in the beginning, the first few times, this one just needs a little bit of love. It's paper. You just need to train it as to what you want it to do. But it's very forgiving. It listens. Just need to wiggle it a bit. There we go. Cool. Fantastic. Voila. So there we've got our tags. This one's on me. Hello, friend. And I'm just going to put my embellishments on those. So with this one, oh, I'm going hoarse. With this one, I'm going to put it over here. And over here. And over there. And then I'm going to do a lighter one. And we'll go to, just to change it up a bit. What you could do, which I haven't done, excuse me, cut yourself a piece of basic white, or even, yeah, I would do basic white. And then you've got something that you can write your sentiment in. So there you have your fun fold with Latte Love and your keeping tabs. So let me show you my prototype, which I made from the original instructions. So this was the original big size card. So I've used the country flowers. I've used the Eyelet 3D, colored in the tea cups there. They come from Everyday Details. I've added up some washi tape, non-stamping up washing tape, non-stamping up paper flowers. This is the same die, the Everyday Detail die. And then this is the inside. Who would like to guess what? So there's the same tabs that I've done in the crumb cake. All right. So any guesses what I made these what I made these little pockets from? I've color washed it. I've done some crackle. And I've put some non-stamping up flowers on it. So would anyone like to have a guess what I've made, what I've used as my substrate? And that was the country flowers, the country lace DSP. Who would like to guess what I used as my substrate for that? Maybe I'll just show you the back and then you'll maybe hopefully be able to guess. I haven't done the back. Any ideas? What I used for that? While I'm putting everything away, no ideas. It was toilet roll holders. Want to have a quick look? It's toilet roll holders. See? There we go. All right, folks, so that's what we're doing, what we've done today. It's been a long live. Look at that, 48 minutes. That's probably my record. So I hope that you have listened to my voice. I'm losing my voice. I hope you've enjoyed that. Be sure to go and check my blog out next week if you want to copy the design or at least just do the fun fold. The measurements for that will be on there with some photos as well. And have fun with it. It's a very fun fold. And don't forget the Christmas crafting experience registration. No, then I've got to flick back to my desk. Registration is now open. That came out in my newsletter. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll get that. Otherwise, I'm going to pop that on my Facebook page in the next few days. All right, Rich needs to go and eat dinner. I need to have a cup of tea. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful evening. And thank you so much for crafting with me. I will catch you all next week, Tuesday. All right, see you. Bye-bye, everyone.